It is Friday. Yes. So, yay! I was about to say Ami Kaufman's in the studio, but who cares? Because Ronnie Stav is here. High five me.
Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. And Ami, we're going to start with Ami actually because there is still some news of the day before we go into we go into light and lightly. Yes.
Yeah, I have some little difficult stuff to talk about and some light stuff to talk about. But first, let's talk about Israel and Hebron, where some settlers took over some homes, about 2 homes next to the Cave of the Patriarchs yesterday. This is a story that you probably want to keep your eye on because
definitely
Hebron has a history of being a flashpoint of extreme violence, small settler enclave surrounded by over 100,000 Palestinians in that city. So
and not only that, they claim they bought these houses.
They claim they bought these houses. They claim that they have the papers, that their lawyers have the papers to show that this is a legal purchase. It was all done, hush hush, and I'm sure the Palestinians that sold the homes are probably long gone and do not want to be found out who they are. But right now, the civil administration is checking to see if these papers are legal and if the sale was legal. So we're kind of waiting to see what the civil administration is going to say about that.
If it's not legal, just last time something like this happened and it was found out that it wasn't bought, it ended with a big confrontation with the military.
Right.
Between the settlers and the military, and we're going to keep an eye on.
Keep an eye on that for the next few days, especially over the weekend. Syria. John Kerry and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov of Russia met to talk about the upcoming talks that are supposed to start on Monday, January 25th. These peace talks between the warring factions in Syria. It looks like, John Kerry said yesterday, it looks like there's going to be a delay of a few days. And it also looks like, some more news about some obstacles there. These are going to be called proximity talks. And, proximity talks are very familiar to Israelis and Palestinians. What we had, these are proximity talks where we're just sitting in the same kind of building, but in separate rooms. We're not really talking to each other, and there are these messengers that go between the rooms.
Between the rooms. Apparently, proximity talks is also how the Iran talks, I think, began. I'm not sure.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay.
But again,
that's a good point you brought up because I was going to be all pessimistic and say, look how it happened. Look
I'm trying not to be pessimistic
with the Israelis and Palestinians. But if you raise a good point because with Iran it actually worked out in the end. So maybe there is a little reason to be.
And I'm glad you're saying it because proximity talks, and I think Ronnie will agree with me that it doesn't sound like high school.
Well,
not touching.
Not touching. He's like, I'm going to sit in this corner, and you're going to sit in that corner. There's going to be a door in between. How can these be negotiations in any way, shape, or form?
That's why women should rule the world.
Thank
There's
you. That's
not
what I was
that much
leading for.
ego there.
Bingo.
And maybe that's why Hillary Clinton should be president.
Which is
nice
a great segue.
Yeah, there you go. That was good.
My next item here, you can see from Vox, talking about the new Bernie Sanders ad. It's called America. I want to show you the ad basically, and I want you to pay attention to it and tell me, what. Maybe I'm not going to give you a hint, but what strikes you the most in this ad, and we'll talk about it.
Okay, that's Bernie Sanders' new campaign ad, America. Take it away.
Us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike. They've all come to look for America. All come to look for America.
Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
What do you think, Yael? Is there something? What's your first thought?
My first thought is he's down with working class America.
That's a good point. That's not what I was pointing at. That's not what I was. You actually mentioned it while you were behind the scenes.
I saw one brown person.
Very good. That is an extremely white ad. There are already a lot of critics in this about this ad. This is really ignoring
I did see one black person. I did see one brown person.
Just one out of the many white people,
white,
which are, by the way,
working class people,
which are pretty exemplify the crowds that come to Bernie Sanders rallies. They're just white people. This is a problem that Bernie knows that he has to deal with, but he's trying to fix this. But this is not that's not going to do it. Now people are saying that the first 2 states that we're polling in, Iowa and New Hampshire, are very white state. So maybe this is, catering to these people. But I'm sure that, is this the problem of people in Iowa and New Hampshire that they can't see black people on television? Bernie Sanders is afraid to show them black people on television?
Exactly.
I don't know, but maybe it's working because the CNN poll yesterday that just came out late on Thursday evening showed that he is surging. It's not a statistical tie anymore. Surging past Hillary Clinton by 18 points. 51 to 43 in Iowa.
Wow.
It's amazing. So maybe it's working.
No, in Iowa, and as we mentioned, but I think you're the one who said to me, and we all know that at the end of the day, Iowa is very important, but it's not where the buck stops. And I do think that when it comes to the Hispanic vote and the Democratic
and
the black vote on the Democratic ticket, she's got it.
She's got it so far. If you're looking specifically at a state like South Carolina, where she is still leading by like 20 to 30 points, way ahead, a racially diverse
in any event, it's a substantial discussion. I'm not going to turn to the other side in Iowa. Okay, yes, what else?
Chess is now forbidden in Islam. That is the ruling by the Saudi Mufti. The head Saudi Arabia's Grand Mufti has ruled that chess is forbidden in Islam. So it encourages gambling and it is a waste of time. That is the ruling by Sheikh Abdulaziz Al-Sheikh.
How does it encourage gambling?
Well,
I'm a big
it's apparently
chess fan.
similar. People, I guess, used to bet on it. Who's going to win the game? So it's people. Now, this is, by the way, is the first time that chess in Muslim countries has been banned. It was banned once in Iran for a few years after 1979, after the revolution.
Yeah.
But it was in 1988 they
reinstituted. They brought chess back.
And now they have a thriving chess confederation in Iran. But here, Saudi Arabia, the Grand
My
Mufti
father taught me how to play chess, and he was a great chess player. I love playing chess. He beat me every single time. I beat him for the first time when I was 24, and he stopped playing with me.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, it's a great game. But saying that about the game, one last thing.
Okay, this is a viral picture that's going around of a cat that was just adopted in Monmouth County SPCA in the States, and he apparently looks very much
exactly like
Adam Driver, one of the stars from the new Star Wars film, The Force Reawakens. He was just his name is Corey. He's 2.5 years old. He's a short-haired tabby, and I think there's a strong resemblance there.
I think that Adam Driver should adopt this cat.
That would be great.
I love Adam Driver. He was so good in Girls. Everything that has to do with
Adam Driver.
That would be great because we just showed that Instagram account of hot dudes with their cats. He would have been.
Roni. We need to have him more. Hot dudes and the cats. Yes. Okay. Roni Stav is here. That means it's a fabulous way to start the weekend because there's stuff in culture news that we all need to know.
True. Suicide Squad. The trailer is out. Everyone's going crazy about it. I think first let's take a look at that trailer and then let's talk about speculation.
Suicide Squad trailer.
This is the deal. You're going somewhere very bad to do something that'll get you killed.
Go save the world.
I can't wait to show you my toys.
Let's do something fun.
I have to say, I'm liking this mostly just because of the Queen song. That's me.
That's enough.
Yeah.
And it's the anti-hero team that is going to save the world in the DC world that exists in the world of comics. It's like all the Wonder Woman and all these movies that are coming from DC Comics. So this is part of it. It's going to release this coming August. Everyone is talking about this trailer. Obviously, it's maybe a little bit more interesting because it's anti-hero type of a team. But speculations are everywhere. It's starting from the fact that Harley Quinn, the Joker female clown-ish crazy girl, is the one that's being featured the most. It's Margot Robbie from Wolf of Wall Street. She's doing an amazing job in the trailer, and she did an amazing job in Wolf of Wall Street.
She's incredibly beautiful and very
and such a chameleon in the way she's
moves from one role to another.
Absolutely. Definitely. So everyone's excited about her, but of course they're saying, why is she wearing just underwear everywhere throughout the trailer. Objectification of women. Why is this what's going on? And it's all through all the other characters as well. They're all saying like they wear nothing and all the men wear a lot. So everyone's talking about that. There's also speculations regarding who's the good villain and who's the bad villain. There's the Enchantress, that she's like part of the Suicide Squad, but maybe she's not really part of the Suicide Squad. That's Cara Delevingne, and she's not wearing a lot as well. So back to objectification. I don't know. I have to say, I was never a big like comic. I don't
Marvel.
Get that. I don't get
Honey,
these movies.
You know
I don't get the Batman, the Superman,
one step further, and we don't care.
And we don't care. But anti-hero is exciting. To me, the fact that a woman is going to lead that film, and a villain woman that is not like so much motherly like and so compassionate about the world is going to lead that film. I just get excited about it.
She's a kick. She kicks ass. And
August, it's gonna happen. Another trailer coming out is 11/22/63. It's a mini-series adaptation to Stephen Hawking's film about someone going through time and trying to stop the assassination of John F. Kennedy. We have a trailer
let's
for that.
Let's watch the trailer. I'm loving you today, Ronnie.
That was 1960. I need you to go back there to prevent the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
From out of town, am I right?
You shouldn't be here.
If I had my life.
I don't know whether Oswald was the man who did it. You'll figure out the rest when you get.
This is a mini-series. The premise...
February 15th premiere, suitably President's Day. It's by Hulu that is really trying. It's their first adaptation of drama rather than only comedy. They're trying to give a fight to Netflix and Amazon and all sorts. And it's a pretty good way to give a fight by adaptation for Stephen King's book with James Franco, with TK Knight also in the movie, and Sarah Gordon. J.J. Abrams is producing. I mean, A-lister producer.
J.J. Abrams, makes one think that this may go a long way. The whole premise of this. What do you think, Ami?
I think it looks great. I'd like to watch that. Definitely.
He just loves the fedora and the. Like, I love this.
We have differing tastes.
I like Franco.
Well,
I love Franco.
If you like Franco, he also has a new HBO miniseries about the porn industry with Maggie Gyllenhaal coming out. That will be called The Deuce. It is written by The Wire's David.
For me.
What? It will be written by The Wire's David Simon and will explore the rise, legalization of New York's sex industry in the 70s and 80s. James Franco will play two brothers. He will be twin brothers, Frankie and Vincent Martino, that were big players in the Times Square scene of porn industry.
Of the porn industry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's somehow that seems to be like a role that I can see Franco in more. I don't know, right?
Fedora, nothing at all. It's like somewhere in the middle. We're gonna watch James Franco. Speaking of porn, speaking of porn, Pornhub, which is a channel for adult movies, they're really trying to create a makeover. They created their own record label. They give out scholarships. They're saving the environment.
Stop. Pornhub is giving out scholarships?
Yep, they do.
For what?
And they're... Actually, I was afraid to try and do too much research about that one. Well, they partnered with adult actress Christy Mack to create a new anti-domestic violence clothing line. This is actually amazing. Christy Mack suffered from violence back in 2014 by her then boyfriend, War Machine, an MMA fighter. And she is talking about the hard situation of domestic violence, about how sometimes women don't know that there is a different reality, that they don't know that there is someone to approach. And I think that using that platform is an amazing idea, not only for women, but for men.
Exactly.
Which is, I think...
No, it's I agree with you, because I was looking at it at first, and the first thing that comes to mind is, why that?
But then you're saying, you know what? The crowd that is going there, their idea of a woman, it's actually an amazing thing that they tell her, they tell them, I'm sorry, domestic violence. This is an issue, and you need to contribute in order to bring awareness.
And quickly, last one.
Happy birthday, David Lynch.
Yes!
He was 70 this year.
Falling. Nobody remembers the song, huh? Okay.
I mean, obviously, Twin Peaks. Eraserhead, The Elephant Man, Blue Velvet. I mean, there's only one, and there's a new Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks on the way, so they say. I love it, and he's big on quinoa.
Yeah, and meditation,
Transcendental. He's your guy.
Meditation. He's my guy.
He's your guy. He's your homie.
He's my homie.
Happy birthday, David
Happy
Lynch.
birthday. Primavera Sound Festival lineup is out.
Yes.
Radiohead, Patty, PJ Harvey. Amazing list. I don't think we have time for that, but go and Google Primavera list and go to Barcelona this June. See it.
I'm on my way. I'm going to go to the airport right now and leave you with the best that was this week in the morning edition, because you're coming up is My Life as Rachel Corrie. Take a look at that. That's the best of. Also, stay with us because you'll see gorgeous men. But above all, tune in next week, Monday morning, for another week to start with the morning edition, and have a wonderful weekend.